You need shooting, you need scoring, and they need more spacing for Kyrie and Luka to actually do their stuff. It's like every time he drives on Jrue, which is already hard enough, which would get us into Jrue stuff. Like, bro, we're watching Jrue just absolutely hound Kyrie, bro. He's making it very difficult.
You were saying, Kyrie's having an off night. We have to give obviously credit to these Boston guards.
Yes, man. He's being guarded by Derek White or Jrue Holiday every possession. That means every time this guy makes a play to score, he's going on one of the best defenders in the league, and he's having to make a just tough offense. It's just, it's tough. And what makes it even better is their team defense, or what makes it even more difficult for a guy like Kyrie is Boston's team defense is just so sound, man. It is replace, cover. All they do is cover each other. You beat one guy, you're running into another guy. You beat that guy, you're running into another guy. You pass to him, they close out. Weak side X, communication, talk. They just don't miss a lot of assignments. Switch.
And then the next factor is when you have Porzingis down there playing like Mutombo. It's
bro, then Porzingis down there just pity-patting shit everywhere. I mean, it's just like, they're very good, man, defensively and offensively, right? And they're loaded and they're deep. But Tatum has had a huge impact on the series and has been valuable in so many ways, as we already alluded to. I want to touch back on the comment I said, though. Why this is Kyrie's, because we got off topic. Why this is Kyrie's most important game. It's because after everything he's gone through in his career, he was at the top of the top, sidekick to arguably the greatest player of all time, winning rings, hitting the biggest shot in NBA Finals history, with the exception of the Jordan shot. But one of them, right over Steph Curry, game, on the road, Finals, winner. Goes to Boston, doesn't go well. Goes to Brooklyn, doesn't go well. Everyone's like, what's next for Kyrie? All the drama that happened in between. I don't need to go into what. Stuff off the court, stuff on the court, wasn't meshing with the front office in Brooklyn, wasn't showing up for work, then he didn't get backs, then he tweeted or Instagram something that was wrong. He's been through a lot. Nike dropped him. Think about all the things this guy went through, right? To the climb of Mark Cuban believing in this guy. Shout out to Mark. Kyrie just ascends back up to everyone's hearts as like, man, Kyrie, how much love have you seen for Kyrie over the past 4 or 5 weeks, Pausha? I haven't seen that much love since he was in Cleveland, bro. He's playing the team where it started all, where it all started. You're getting booed every time you touch the ball. They've only just talked negatively of this guy. Especially, I'm saying Boston. All right? You have played bad first 2 games of the finals, okay? He hasn't played well. Luke has held his own. His running mate, he needs him.
Right.
It's the biggest reason why Dallas has lost. We know they don't have shooting. We know they don't have they're not a deep team. We've known this all playoffs. They're here because these 2 dudes have been putting in work. So for you to beat the best team in basketball, Kyrie, you got to put in some OD work. We need 30 and 30 from you and Luka. Like every game, for y'all to win a game, 30 and 30. It's not fair to ask, but that's your team and that's how you got here.
Right.
So when people are like, well, Tatum hasn't played well, this is how we got off topic. Tatum on a different team. Tatum's situation is different. And by the way, even though Tatum's not scoring or shooting well like Kyrie, Tatum's having an impact on the game. Now you could argue, well, he has better teammates to play with. That's very true. But that's not Tatum's fault, man. He's not the president. He's a hooper. Can't put it on Tatum because he has good teammates with him. It's not his fault.
Right. And he's doing what he needs to do.
And he's doing what he's supposed to.
When you're
and
off,
maybe if Kyrie had Derek White and Jrue, he'd probably be having similar numbers. If he wasn't shooting well, I'm sure Kyrie would be flirting with a triple-double too, because instead of kicking it to Josh Green in the corner, he's kicking it to Derek White or Jrue Holiday or Porzingis. It's a little different. So there is a difference there. But listen, that's not Tatum's fault, and he's doing what he's got to do. Kyrie, on the other hand, doesn't have that. All right? So he's got to go get it out the mud himself.
Right.
After everything you've gone through, being at the top, going to the bottom, now being, I don't want to say he's at the top again, but my God, everyone loves him again. And he's getting that recognition as he's always deserved because he's a great player and a great human being. What would this do for your legacy, bro, if you go back to Dallas? And he's already cemented, in my opinion. He's a champion, hit one of the biggest, clutchest shot you could, His career mold has just been unbelievable. Everyone respects him and his skill, and they have him at the top of the charts in that argument. He's already cemented in all these ways, but they left him at a top 75, man. And that was because of all that stuff. That was because of the lows that Kyrie went through. Like, bro, you went through so much, and now you're back here again. Don't spoil this shit, man.
Yeah.
Don't. You can't play bad game 3. You didn't play well game 1. You didn't play well game 2. He comes back game 3, Pausha, and goes for like 30 or 40, and they win. Brother, it just, first off, it's a series now. And now we're just like, all right, he came back. Like, you can't go down 3-0.
Do you think he's just been, this calm version of him? Before he used to, flick off the Celtics fans and do all those things. This is obviously, we're seeing much more at peace Kyrie Irving these days, right? He's getting booed. And do you think he needs to maybe turn on that fire a little bit, be a little more of an asshole? Well, I'm not saying like job back with the fans, do whatever you need to do, but like, I don't know, man.
Well, listen, when Ant came out and said, man, I look forward to that Kyrie matchup. After game 1, Kyrie was like, yeah, it did motivate me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, yeah. You know what I mean? That motivated me. So this is all I'm saying. If you want your motivation, Kai, you got way more of it this round. It's the finals. You could go get you another ring, bro. And that would make people look at you in a whole different light. You and Luka go get a ring, man. You're walking around this summer with your chest out. He already gets to do that anyway. But it's just different, bro. Especially if you beat Boston. Second, for his career arc and what he's gone through as an individual, this would be one of the biggest comebacks in sports. To being a guy that, even like Stephen A. and some of these other guys have been on record like, yo, he needs to retire. He's not good for the game, blah, blah, blah. And everyone counted him out. And no one wanted to sign him, and no one wanted to insure him, which is why major billion-dollar corporations such as Nike dropped him. When he had the highest, he had one of the highest selling sneaker. I know for a fact people wore Kyrie's more than John Morant's. That's not even up for debate.
Yeah.
People like Kyrie's sneaker more than Paul George's or even Kevin Durant's. Kyrie's are like hailed and grailed as like Hooper shoes for Nike. For them to drop him, it's a big deal, man. It almost forced their hand in keeping when Ja went through this stuff. They couldn't drop Ja. They had it. They're like, we got to stay by him. We just dropped this guy. Can't lose him too.
Right.
He goes to Anta. He has his own sneaker, which is actually dope, by the way. Looks good. He has control and all that stuff over there, but it's not Nike. You know what I mean? And just for everything he's been through, bro, you can't go back to the finals and just like not perform, man. And I know he has every bro, it is hard, man. He's going against one of the best defenses in basketball. He's going against individually probably the best perimeter guard in the NBA, Jrue Holiday.
That's a good segue. We haven't talked about Jrue yet.
In terms of defense,
we gotta get into some Jrue talk.
Yeah, I just want it for Kai, man.
I know. I can tell in your voice. You really.
No, because it would do so much. I think this is the biggest game of his career, man. I really do. This is the biggest game of Kai's career. He's been through so much. He's been dropped by labels. No one was going to insure him. Mark Cuban did it and everyone thought he was crazy. Yeah. He's now back here again. He's been through everything. Like, bro, you go out here and hoop, man, and like have a 30, 40 piece and make this a series and go compete, fuck around, even maybe win. What it would do in terms of his legacy, and again, he's already a legend in a lot of basketball players' mind, everyone's mind for that matter. It would just put him even in a different arc. I think it'd be really cool for Kyrie, but man, Boston's really good. And that dude, Jrue Holiday, who's guarding him, has been just fantastic. He's just super solid. Him and Derek White, man, are they just do their jobs.
Yeah. I can't call them role players. Like, I think last time I asked you or somebody, is Derek White the best role player I've ever seen in my life?
No, he is. And it's like Jrue Holiday's, he's a good role player. Like, bro, Jrue Holiday's on Team USA. Role players don't play on Team USA.
Yeah.
Role players don't play on Team USA.
Right.
All right. That's not how it works. And by the way, if Jrue wasn't playing, I guarantee you Derek would have been next in line to be on that team.
I don't see why not. These guys do all the little things that
make no doubt about it. If like Kawhi Leonard or one of these guys pops out, Derek White will be one, or Jaylen Brown. It'll be another Celtic. Will be one of the first names on the list to get on that team.
Yeah.
And I say that because they have so much scoring already that they don't need another scorer. Even though Jalen Brunson's a better player than Jrue Holiday, on Team USA, you don't need him if you have Steph Curry and LeBron James and Kevin Durant.
These guys impact winning in a different way than scoring.
Anthony Edwards. They got 100,000 points right there. So now you need guys who make a living off just doing everything but scoring. Right. Like you go grab a Josh Hart for Team USA. Fucker's just going to run around and rebound and defend. Because you just need that fourth, fifth guy to do that. Now, Derek White and Jrue Holiday are different level players than Josh Hart. So I would go after them first. But I'm just saying, nonetheless. Yeah. And Jrue has been unbelievable, man. I mean, his defense yesterday, he hits nice. He can hit the open shot. Finishes around the
Have
basket.
you ever seen him force a bad shot? All of his baskets come through the flow of the game. I just feel
Not
like
with
he's
Boston.
yeah, not with Boston.
Not with Boston.
He's just really, really solid. And we were watching the game last night, and we were watching it with Seth, and he was saying the Celtics just swing the ball around, and it's it goes from Jrue to Derek White to Jaylen Brown, and then Luka kicks it out, and it's we're doing like the Dante Exum thing and the Josh Green thing, and it's just that's the difference. And now if Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown drive, they have like Jrue Holiday in the dunker spot, and he's just finishing right there. They're just so loaded. I think we're looking at, I don't want to jump the gun, the best, if they win the title, looks like they're on their way to doing it, the best team since the Warriors KD team? Are they better than the 2019 Kawhi Leonard team, Raptors? Yeah.
Yes.
Are they better than the bubble Lakers? Tough to tell.
The Nuggets are really good, man. They were a really good team last year, bro.
Okay.
And if they had that same exact team, I have no doubt that that's who they'd be playing right now.
Yeah.